Hey, my name is Ulrich Schulze. I'm the Vice President Pro Gaming at Turtle Entertainment, the company behind ESL. And we're at ESL One Cologne 2015, and Counter-Strike is being played.
So let's start by talking about ESL One. What separates these events from anything else that you guys do in esports?
So ESL One is about big stadiums, big arenas, and crowds. So we go to the biggest venues, we have tens of thousands of people there, and we always have the biggest teams in the world. That's what ESL One is about. We have it for Dota 2, we have it for Counter-Strike Global Offensive, and it's always about huge events for us.
When it comes to this particular arena, Lancers, talk a little about this. It's normally a hockey arena, a big entertainment arena. How big is it, and talk about how important it is in Germany?
It's the biggest indoor arena in Germany. Lancers Arena has 180 events every year. It's home to the ice hockey team in Cologne. And then they have lots of concerts, they have just festival-like events. It's basically one of the biggest venues in Germany that you can get when it comes to entertainment. And now we're having esports here. Obviously, as a company located in Cologne, it was something we always wanted to do. And this year we saw the perfect opportunity to finally get it going.
How many people are actually here watching the event?
We have 11,000 people here, so we're almost sold out, and that's great for us. In the first year, that's something we were always a little nervous about, how many people are actually going to show up, and it's turned out pretty well for us. We don't have a lot of seats left, and that's just, it's a packed arena, and everybody's really enjoying the event.
I interviewed a fan yesterday that came all the way from the Philippines. Do you have a sense of how far people come to these kind of live events?
So we have a few people that travel really far, from the USA, from South Africa, from New Zealand. There's not a lot of events of that size, so it's kind of natural that if you want to experience something, you might be ready to travel for a very long distance. We typically have like 70% of the people from Germany, and then lots of people from Europe, obviously. But we always see people that take long distance flights just to get a glimpse of that atmosphere.
4 or 5 years ago, Counter-Strike wouldn't have filled a stadium. What is it about CSGO that has seen this explosion on esports recently?
I think for one, it has been there for like forever. In different versions, obviously. Counter-Strike Go had a difficult start, but it's been turned around pretty well. So the devs have done a lot of things right, just allowing the scene to grow, establishing the majors as the focus points for the entire community, enabling a good system that motivates people to stay in the game. And then if you look at it from a point of view like how interesting is it to watch, then there's always this this constant flow of excitement in a round, and then it stops for a moment, and then the excitement goes back again. And the players have been playing this for years. They're real characters, they're stars, they know how to interact with the audience, and that's the package that makes CSGO so great for an event like that.
How do you go about choosing which games will be able to sell out a stadium?
The biggest games are obviously the ones that we look at, in terms of viewer and player numbers. So CSGO was pretty obviously big enough when it comes to that. We look at the international calendar as well, and we also look at the venue. Germany has traditionally been a big country for Counter-Strike, so we knew that we would attract a lot of fans here. And at the end of the day, I would say 30 to 40% are just guesswork, where we think, okay, this might work, and the rest is just looking overall player and viewer numbers and where a certain game is big, and then choosing a venue and a date based on the international calendar for that game.
Can you talk about the prize pool, what people are playing for, and also if you could get into how the players actually share beyond the prize pool when it comes to other things in the arena?
So there's a base prize pool of $250,000 US. That's a lot of money. The winning team takes home $100,000 US, but that's really not all. There's stickers that are being sold where the teams share in the revenue. For this event, they introduced autographs in-game, where the players directly benefit from that revenue as well. So the players obviously get money if they perform well, if they place well at this tournament, but they also have an incentive, to just position themselves as stars, as players that people look up to, because that's the opportunity for them where they can make additional money. So for them, it's millions of dollars that are being put out here. Not just the prize money, but in Katowice, for example, there were 1.5 million in sticker revenue being shared across the teams. and I expect this will be a lot more for this event. So it's really a lot of money that's being channeled into the player base through the game.
When it comes to ESL One, it's not just international, it's also in the US. Can you talk about some of the venues you guys are going to be using in the United States?
The next event that we'll have for ESL One is at Madison Square Garden Theater. We were there last year with the Dota 2 event. It was pretty good for us. It's an iconic venue. Obviously now League of Legends had an event there as well. So it's a big name, and the East Coast doesn't really have a lot of high-scale esports tournaments, so we're pretty happy to go back there for Dota 2. It will be the first big event after the international, so for a lot of the new lineups, it will be a proving grounds. How well can they perform? Was the TI5 performance something that was just one time, or is it something that they can maintain long term? And we're looking forward to seeing that being tested.
And then you also will be heading to California.
Exactly. With Intel Extreme Masters, we're going to San Jose. We were there last year. It's the home of Intel, so it's a pretty special place to them. We had a good event last year. We'll be there again this year with League of Legends and Counter-Strike for the first time. So it will be the first huge event in North America for Counter-Strike. And we're looking forward because, to be honest, the North American continent, they've suffered a little bit when it comes to how many events they were able to attend for Counter-Strike. But there's a big community there, so we're hoping that they will just travel to San Jose and with several other thousands experience the same thing that people are now able to see in Cologne.